shoppers at Briarwood Mall this afternoon. Right now, you are looking at live pictures of the scene after a shooting inside the mall.
The shopping center in Ann Arbor was put on lockdown, and we're told people inside took cover. 7 Action News reporter Kimberly Craig is on the scene for us this evening. And Kim, it is still a pretty active scene. What do we know right now?
And Glenda, yes, it is very active at this point right now. Police are going through the mall right now, clearing the mall so that they can get the shoppers and the workers that were inside out to a safe area. They had been on lockdown, a frightening situation, as you might imagine. Joining me right now is Ann Arbor Police Chief Michael Cox. And sir, let me ask you, first of all, we understand we have one victim in this case. What can you tell us about his injury?
Yes, the victim has a gunshot wound, I believe, to his arm area. It's non-life-threatening, it appears, and so that's what we want to get out, that there's no mortal injuries at this point.
And at this point, you guys do not believe this was a random incident. You can't detail why, but what can you tell us about that?
Yeah, as you said, around 3 o'clock, we responded to shots fired calls here, and currently in our current investigation, we believe that this is not a random event, but it's an active investigation. So,
and still searching for suspects.
And we are taking a precautionary search of the building just to make sure that there's no suspects available and make sure everyone's safe.
Okay, and at this point, tell us how you are clearing this entire mall. This is a very large mall.
It is a very large mall, and we're trying to go store to store because the mall went into lockdown mode, and so because of that, we're going to go in and make sure that each store that locked down, when they open back up, that each employee and customer that might be there is safe. So.
Do you anticipate the mall opening later today?
It's an ongoing investigation, and I can't predict that, but we'll put out a little statement later on.
Okay, thank you, Chief.
Thank you.
All right, and hopefully you're taking a look at video right now we have, and this is just this is not something that happens here in Ann Arbor, let alone inside a mall in this area. I grew up in Ann Arbor, and I can tell you, I frequented this mall so many times when I was a kid and just growing up throughout the years. It's considered a very safe mall. You have to imagine that a lot of people were taken by surprise by this. Again, this happened just a couple of hours ago now. Police do not believe it was random, but they have no one in custody at this point. The chief said that they are going to be looking at surveillance video at this point. And when we first arrived here, we actually talked to a couple of people who were either inside the mall when this happened or they have loved ones inside. Take a listen.
Heard a loud noise. I have 2 assistant managers. They both heard a loud noise and they reacted to it. But then they started noticing that there were police inside coming into the mall, and they had went to go find out what was going on. And that's when we were told that there was a shooter inside the mall, and we needed to evacuate.
I was inside. We're right inside the store right here, and my girlfriend was outside unloading her car. Kid came up to her and asked her for help, and she sent somebody in to come get me, said that somebody had been shot.
Wait for my wife, she's in there.
Okay.
And about 9 cop cars come flying by, and then 2 ambulances. I called her, and then she called me right back and said they got her locked up in the back rooms because there was a live shooter in there.
And apologies for that windy audio. That was taken from a Facebook Live that I did with Kimberly Craig, WXYZ, just a short time ago. And we understand, again, one person shot. The woman described it as a young person, a young man. Again, the chief said shot in the arm, which would coincide with what the woman told us. She almost indicated like the young man pointed to like his side area where he had been shot, and he asked them for help. That young man been taken to the hospital at this point. Again, non-life-threatening injuries. Police still do not have a shooter or shooters in custody. Unknown if they are still in the mall. The presumption is that they have left the mall, but police are still going through the mall, going store to store, area by area, clearing each area for workers, employees that may still be inside the mall, or customers that also went into lockdown. For now, reporting live in Ann Arbor, Kimberly Craig, 7 Action News. Back to you.
A terrifying afternoon for those shoppers there, right? Kimberly, thank you for that live report.